Hello, I'm Mark Scully. I'm the head teacher of the John Fisher School. I'll start again.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Mark Scully. I'm the head teacher of the John Fisher School. The John Fisher School is a popular, successful and heavily oversubscribed school here in Purley. We're well respected by parents, boys and also the local community who really understand what we're about. We have a lot of things going for us. Our sporting background is very well known, but our academic success over the last few years is going from strength to strength, particularly in sciences. Now, science, as you will understand, is always going to be popular with boys, and in the last few years our results have gone from real strength to strength. In fact, the results in science are some of the very best that the boys achieve when they leave it.
Good.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Dr. Cathy Spencer, Head of Science at John Fisher School.
Some of those boys have decided to pursue careers in chemistry or biochemistry or biology, and they say that one of the things that have influenced them has been that sort of work. And we've tried to broaden it out, really enjoy being able to do, which gives them a good experience of background, of practical work, but also get some of the important science skills that they need, which are so valuable to them at GCSE.
Yeah, so I think a passion for science really comes and starts in children when they see things happening in front of their eyes. So the idea that you can show in a laboratory setting not just something that's on a page in a textbook, but a real explosion or a real electricity spark or a real chemical reaction. These are the things that students remember, and these are the things that engage them and really want them to inspire to find out more about science. My name is Claire Elwell and I'm a Professor of Medical Physics. My science career started with my A-levels in Maths, Physics and Chemistry that I took at Coloma School in Croydon, and I'm still a Croydon resident. I went on and did about a student, but what we were looking for are those really light bulb moments that they might have had. Their personal experience with working in science and doing projects and practical demonstrations are going to make that student stand out from the crowd. And now I lead a big research team here at UCL. What's really important for school children is to be able to see and experience science firsthand, and there's no better place for them to do this than in their laboratories. Either making experiments themselves or following up other experiments that have been done, trying to explore beyond the textbook, beyond the curriculum, to really satisfy their inquiring mind, to prove it. And so if the children can get an experience of these experiments early on in their career, that's really what's going to excite them into science. And for this to happen, you need really good resources, you need good, well-equipped laboratories, you need the state-of-the-art technology, you need the students to feel that they're working in an environment where there's no boundaries, that if they have an inquiry, they'll be able to follow that inquiry and really satisfy their scientific curiosity.
Fab.
Yes, our boys have had a real success at GCSE, particularly with a new controlled assessment which came in last year. We have results which are significantly better than both neighbouring schools, similar schools and the national picture as well. We need more scientists, technologists, engineers and mathematicians to go forwards.
The brighter students.
Yeah. With modernised science facilities, we would be able to encourage, we play our part, encourage the brightest students to study science at A-level and beyond. contribute to that growth in engineering which we need in this country.
Yeah. Okay. Now, our Science Centre Fund is central to our future development. The scheme is in 3 phases, so straight away students who are with us at the moment will benefit. But we're also looking long term, and our 3rd phase is really... One of the things that is really important isn't just the quality of teaching, but the environment in which the boys work. And some of the buildings we have here are very good, but many of our buildings, including our science labs, are now rather dated. And this modern day and age, teaching is great, but you do need good facilities as well to really enhance the results that our boys are achieving, but with even better facilities, we think they can be world-class results here. Really a legacy. It's for those boys who will be here in the future. The 3rd phase is really a legacy for the boys who will be here in the future. Absolutely. In fact, many of the old boys here could probably find their initials carved into some of those benches. You're absolutely right. The benches were the original benches that were put in 1965. So that really does date our facilities. We were frustrated about a couple of years ago was when government funding was removed. And although we wouldn't have probably been first in line for funding, we certainly were well ahead in the queue. That has meant that there's more and more pressure on us as a school to find the funding for ourselves. Now we have terrific parents. Our Parents Association is second to none. But when we're talking about several £100,000 just to refurbish labs, not just to rebuild them, but simply to refurbish them, then we do need to broaden our horizons and really look outside the school to see what sort of funding is available, and hopefully to persuade people that share our enthusiasm for education, and particularly for education at the John Fisher School, to share their funds and support in what we're trying to achieve.
Yeah. So many of the buildings are getting a little old now. We really want to refurbish the Science Centre because science is the future in many ways. And there are lots of boys who are very keen scientists, and we need to supply the best. We want to refurbish the Science Centre, which is in quite a bad state at the moment. It's not really fit for 21st century teaching. Boys have been really proactive in raising money, which is fantastic. They've done so by putting on events like Fisher's Got Talent. The school community have really been trying hard to raise money.
It's a complete new refurbishment, so new windows, creating more light, new benches, more better equipment, just a far more conducive environment for the boys for learning, and they deserve it.
Oh, it's money for the science facilities.
It is. It's the biggest challenge I think the school in my career, in my history here, has ever undertaken.
And they deserve it.
A far more conducive learning environment for our boys, and they really deserve it. Is that it?
Dated in terms of equipment, etc.
And it's going to have brand new windows, I understand.
Yeah, brand new windows, creating more light, new equipment, new benches. Just a far more conducive environment for learning for the boys, and they deserve it.
Science block.
Exciting. It's in 3 phases, which makes it all doable, if you like. And the first phase, which is just 2 classrooms in the playground in a hut that's been there on a temporary basis for a very long time, and it's over, and we hope to get 2 science labs out of that, fully fitted and up to date. Now the second phase is
Then now the really exciting bit.
Phase 3 is the really exciting bit, because this is the most ambitious part of the project. We looked at the existing technology block, and we could see it was built in the 1960s and has remained untouched ever since. We aim to build on top of it, providing some more classrooms that will bring the school up to date and meet the future needs of the school. Now, it is ambitious because it's going to cost quite a lot more money than it, because we aim to provide extra space on top of the outdated technology block, and this extra space is going to help towards meeting the future needs of the school.
Pack it all in.
And then here's some we prepared earlier.
Ah, well you do.
plant whatever you want in there.
Yeah, like we've got chives, aubergines, basil, and over there we've got a pepper plant, well, a chili pepper plant, and then we've got loads of sweet pepper plants,